Hey, how's it going? Am I on the internet right now? What are we doing? I wow. Hi. While that was repeating, I was trying to fix a little pop-up, like, one of those little images that I show you. It didn't happen. Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. I have a little bit of a cold and I'm not that psyched about it, but we're gonna make it through anyway. I was starting to feel a little crummy on Saturday, Sunday, and I assumed it would be better by now, but apparently that's not the case. I got a sip of water. I wish that you could all answer me when I ask questions. I mean, I guess you can in the chat, but we're gonna draw names. We're gonna do them spooky style again because September is almost October, and October is almost spooky time. Speaking of which, I should have done a thing where I put up my Stinktober graphic. If you don't know what Stinktober is, I have been doing it for a few years now, where I do a prompt list to go along with Inktober. Mine is called Stinktober, and I posted it on Instagram, posted it on Patreon, and I didn't share it here. So I'm gonna make a video about it soon, so you could check that out. Or you could look for it on my Instagram or on Patreon if you're there. Speaking of Patreon, I just shuffled things around a little bit in terms of the tiers. We used to have this tier called the PS Sticker and Party Club, and that tier got a monthly sticker and a monthly hangout just for them. And I thought it would be more fun if all of the official Piascik tier members could do the monthly hangout. So I changed it so that the monthly virtual hangout includes all official Piasecos. And because of that, I lowered the cost of the sticker tier to, I think it's 14.99. So with that one, you get a monthly sticker club and a 25% off. Is 20% discount to my shop. It's a number that is there and it's in the information, but you should check it out because, it's a good time. Also, all of the official Piasecos and the sticker club get their name drawn and included in all the videos I make while they are active patrons. And that is just, I couldn't do it without all of you. So thank you so much. You're all my heroes. David Clemenz, thank you for becoming an official Piasecco. I think that the fact that it's showing up here means that you did it via YouTube memberships, which is an option as well. It's just the patron part is different, but it's the same. I'm still gonna draw her name. Okay. One other thing I wanted to share is that I'm pretty excited about. I have some new hats coming, and let me just pop it in real quick. These are up for pre-order in my shop. There's a little skull, and it says GTG, gotta go. So if you're talking to someone, you can let them know that you are dead serious, that you gotta go, and then when you walk away, it says "see ya," so they know. You don't even have to say bye. The hat does it for you. So it's also available in gray as well. These are limited run. It's the first time I've done a hat, so I don't know how my audience feels about it, but I'm excited about them. They'll be shipping in a couple weeks, so if you want one, you should pre-order in case they run out. I tested a lot of blank hat. I have a giant stack of hats over there trying to find ones that I liked, and I'm very happy with these. This one is vintage black, and it's just this really soft, it's just a really nice material. The gray one is not the same material, it's still nice, but it's the vintage one is really soft. And it's a snapback, adjustable, and it doesn't have a dumb, tall top. That's the thing that I hate, the ones that, like, stick up and make me look like a five-year-old. So that's not that doesn't happen with this. I think that's all I'm gonna say aside from you can use the promo code LIVE to get a discount off of your order. And the pre-order to the link is to the hat is in the chat or it's in the description, but you could do it after at all. James Hozak, thanks for the super chat. Okay, I'm gonna real quick. Speaking of my shop, I have 2 new fonts and a new texture pack, vector texture. Can you believe it? All for Fresco. Well, the fonts are for anything, but these are available too. So use a discount. Okay, I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna switch to my iPad. Oh, newest Piascikos. Welcome. These are the new ones. I didn't get them in the main graphic yet, so you know we'll do that. Let's do a quick check-in on the top fans board. Hijack Cool is winning with 1,000 XP points. I don't know what these points do. Chillin' Pepper is coming in number 2, and channel moderator Matt Bulwark, the man behind the scenes, doing a lot of stuff that you don't know about, is number 3. Okay. I don't know what any of that means, but it's important stuff. So, we are. Let me just say, I'm very disorganized right now. The way I do these when I do the name drawing ones, which is almost every Friday, is to keep things fair. I do it first come, first serve, starting with the first chats from when I go live, not before I go live. And there is the ability to jump the line with a super chat of $20 up. But that's the rule. And they're, just do names, no logos. It's not for commercial use. This is just for fun. And if you did want the image of your name, you can reach out through the contact form on my website, and we will get it over to you. Based on it just being names, I have to assume that Jolt is your first name, and of is your middle name, and James is your last name. Very interesting. Thank you for the super chat. Let's get into it and do this. Let me put on some background jams. I don't know if I want to do. Should we do the spooky jams? Oh, no soul, no problem. You said, are they flat bill or more dad style hat shaped? So they're sort of like a hybrid. They're not like the traditional dad hat with like this stitch down the middle, but they're low profile and they're not like stiff, so they're sort of like not structured in that regard. And they're not like, the brim is it's not like stuck flat, it's like a little bit curved, and you could customize it, if you will. It's not as like flat as this like camper hat, but these hats are different. Okay. Let's write down Jolt of James. And let's jolt into doing this. And definitely throw questions in the chat, even though I am drawing here. The super helpful Matt is pulling questions for me and putting them in a document so that I can look at them and respond to them when I look up. I started just willy-nilly doing this, and then I realized Jolt is kind of like a lightning bolt, so we should probably do something like that. What happened to my jams? Do I have jams in the background? Oh, these aren't the spooky jams. I was going to do spooky jams, so this is a different one. Okay, sorry. We're gonna just get into this. Did I mention I have a little bit of a cold? So I am a little slower motion in my brain. All right, so I'm thinking it might be important to put a lightning bolt tail on this J, maybe? I don't know. We're trying to figure it out. We don't know yet. We're getting into the zone. We don't want to go too crazy with the lightning bolts because then it could be too much. But you know, some lightning bolts I think could be useful. They could be like off of the end of the J because this is. I think the key is to not worry about the lightning bolts yet, and let's think about the composition first. You gotta just sort of you gotta figure stuff out first. Why do I do this to myself live? Okay, we're getting somewhere. So now we're starting with like some sort of like composition, which could be cool. So it's already almost like a lightning bolt vibe, which is kind of cool. So maybe we can lean into that. Let's see if that can get us somewhere. So I'm trying to make sure that I have room for putting the of up there. I want that to have, oh, maybe that could be an angle. Matt says we can't hear the music. Oh, you know why we can't hear the music? It's because I had to turn it down really low last time because we had I had spooky tunes playing and they were louder. It's very tricky to find the optimal noise. And I should have just put on the spooky tunes before I cranked up the volume, but I panicked. But now we just got these like weird emotional songs apparently that do not match the spooky vibes. This isn't even really spooky. I just started doing lightning bolt. I am shot today apparently. But there's got to be some like I mean lightning is pretty spooky. We're gonna, with this like starting point, then we have the ability now to spook it up a little bit. And that's what we're gonna do. Now that it's a little bit bigger, let's see what we can do. Like add some lightning action. I'm thinking like maybe, and I think we could make it like a little gritty too, and that'll help. Kuka Burrito said Spooky Jams, Werewolf, Bar Mitzvah. I like it. Ali said, thanks for always answering your Fresco into that question. You're welcome. I do my best. So I'm just trying to add like a little bit more pointy, a little bit more spooky vibes. Since this is an official spooky style name day. All right, let's tighten it up. I think because this is like a lightning action, we should do it in like black on white. So I'm gonna fill in the background black and then just lower the opacity enough so I can see the sketch, and then we'll draw in white on top of that. 84 Productions, you said your birthday's Halloween. My birthday is Monday. What do you think about that? What's this jam right now? This is ridiculous. What's this one? Is this better? Not really. One of these days, I'm not gonna be like completely... I was gonna say like out of sight, out of mind with the playlist, but like that's obviously gonna continue to happen. Like I'm not gonna stop having ADHD, but I'm gonna remember to make a new playlist that I like. I just wish there was like a rule where I don't know, where I could get around it and like just have some music that I actually liked without copyright issues, where especially because it's like on these live streams I have like I turn off monetization so it's not running ads, but you know. I'm gonna fill these in as I go to make sure that I'm like keeping the spacing okay. I think we'll have to go in quickly afterwards and just kind of tighten up or loose or add some space in between some of the letters. If this O is a little too triangular, I want to make sure it doesn't inadvertently read like an A. There we go. Diana Lissa said, happy early birthday. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I better not be feeling crummy for my birthday weekend. Not that I'm going to do anything exciting. I just hate not feeling well. I'm such a baby about it. Okay, let's crank the background volume up and let's I'm gonna, on a new layer, I'm just gonna draw in black over it so that I have some flexibility. I just want to like sharpen up some of these points to give it the more of the lightning vibes. Nick, you're asking where the spooky tunes are. Did you come in late and not hear me ranting and raving about how I forgot and then the volume was messed up and then I couldn't fix it and I didn't want to deal with it? Well, I think I might have to try. If I can find it real quick. All right. Jolt of James. Let's load this as a selection. So we can erase it from this. And pretty good. We just want to do one last, just to give it a little bit of extra, a little bit of electrical zappage. A little extra jolt, if you will. All right, Jolt of James. Hope you like it. Merge down. Merge down. Let's delete that. Up next is Dave. Need a layer. Dave. Clemenz. Okay. First, let's turn the volume down a little bit, and let's see if I can quickly find spooky tunes. Spoopy. You have to let me know if it's too loud. Dave, you said you feel like Chris Piascik, Scotty Young collab would be perfection. I don't know if I know who that is. Tell me who that is. All right, what are we gonna do for Dave Clemenz to keep it spooky? Maybe just freestyle a little bit. It's a long name-ish, so I'm trying to like maybe make them sort of fit together to get us some extra room. Rodrigo said it's almost like a sculpting way of doing lettering. Yeah, I think that makes sense. It's definitely the case for like block lettering, which is kind of how you do it, where you start with a shape and then you like carve the letter out of it. It's looking pretty cool. Let's see what we can fit Dave up here. They went a little too big. Dave Clemenz said, is there a comic book artist you'd love to collab with? To be perfectly honest, I don't know enough about comics anymore. Probably should, but I just don't know. Okay, let's tighten this up. Or let's refine. We're not ready to fully tighten it up yet, but we'll figure out. So I like to start with problem areas or like find things that are interesting. For example, I like how this V is sort of reflected down into this M. Like that relationship there. Davey said, Scotty became really popular for doing the Marvel Babies covers several years ago. I don't know anything about that, but I would love to check it out. I'll have to try to remember that. Tekchuan, you said, does a Chris Piascik coloring book exist? I think there might. I know on Patreon there's like some members or like patron exclusive content, and there's some coloring pages in there. There might be some coloring books on Amazon, I think. I'm thinking about, well, I'm going to eventually make a new book that's like about like my 14-year daily drawing project that I don't do anymore, but like I had done one book archiving the first 1,000 days, and then another book the second 1,000 days, and then I did a 10 years book, but then I did daily drawing for 4 years after that. So I thought it'd be cool to make a book that's like highlighting my favorites over the whole period, and then like including some bonus stuff like idea lists or like, I don't know, process stuff or activities, but some coloring pages could be a cool thing to put in there as well. Make it an interactive book, if you will. 84 Productions said, are you using... Oh, missing the S. Thank you. Am I using a custom or standard brush? So I am working with my... at the moment, I'm working with my Retro Supply Co. Drawing brushes for my pack. So I tend to sketch with Sketchy or one of the other pencil brushes, and then the gritty line work is my classic anchor. All right, I just want to balance this a little bit more. Like maybe this, if I just have this come up a little bit higher, it'll offset the extra that we accounted for in the S. Maybe a little less than that, but that's enough for me to go from. Forgot about this special combination between these, the V and the N. I should have started with that. Uh, 84 Productions, you said last question. Doesn't need to be your last question. I love questions. Feel free, everyone, to leave questions in the chat. It makes me less feeling like I need to fill the air with ums. You know. But you said, which of your packs have the font grids? So there's the lettering frameworks, which is just that, which is just those things you're talking about, but that's also available in the second Fresco Mega Pack. I do want to do another one of those lettering frameworks, like a second version of it. If that's something that you would be interested in, let me know in the chat, and that might motivate me to actually work on that, because it's hard for me to prioritize things. It was definitely the right move to put on the Spoopy Tunes, because that other playlist is killing me at this point. Literally killing me. All right, Dave, I hope you like it. I think that's a fun one. What do we got next? Let me go back to Sketchy. Rodrigo. Kormann. 2 N's. Definitely can't forget that. Okay. What are we gonna do for this one? Glad you like it, Dave. Rodrigo, you said the shirt I'm wearing your design. No, this shirt I just got is Purgatory Coffee Shop and Magic Power Tattoo, which is a cool tattoo shop here in Connecticut. And I like coffee, and I like Magic Power Tattoo Shop, and when I saw it was available, I had to get it. And look, it's got sweet lightning on the sleeves. Though, I am planning on doing a new long sleeve shirt soon, so stay tuned for that. Maybe we should, this is a relatively long one, maybe we should start with like a shape using symmetry, because symmetry is spooky. Maybe almost like a batish, or reminiscent of a bat shape. That maybe that could be cool. Let's see if something like this can fit the letters. Kind of looks like Batman, but this is just gonna be loose. We don't know if it's gonna be helpful. We don't even know if it's gonna work with these letters, but it's, you know, you gotta try. I like to kind of work, you know, not from one side to the other. This way we can make sure we don't run out of space, or less likely to. So R, sometimes I'll just like write the letters in loosely like this just to see about spacing. So we either need to revisit, or actually, because there's 2 N's, it could be cool to like stack them. Maybe? I don't know. There's also a little bit of an issue with the O is not going to work that well for this shape, but what we could do now is kind of have this like loose structure, but then maybe see if there's like a different way we could like make a better shape, but this is like a good thing to help with that. So like I'll turn on symmetry again, be like, okay, well, if we had more of like a round shape at the top, and then we could have it like come out, and that would give us more room for the N. And like this is a new shape that's kind of cool, and it's unique to this. It's not specifically the bat shape. So now we can use this to sort of like match up what we had for this. No soul, no problem. You said you're a big fan of ideating and know it's a critical part of project. However, I'm curious, how often do you feel like you've nailed a project on the first go? You know, I think it's maybe it happens once in a while, but I feel like I often come up with better stuff when I just sort of start with, I don't know, maybe like the most obvious thing or something simple, and then it like leads me somewhere else. But sometimes it all just kind of comes together in the first shot. I would say percentage wise, I don't know, maybe 20%. But that's just pulling a number out of nowhere. Though, like, I think it also depends on, like, the situation. Like, I could do something for a shot, it just may not be the best option. And sometimes that's fine, depending on the project. Like, if it's a project, like a smaller project, and I just need to do something quickly or whatever, I can at this point, I'm able to, like, deliver something that's, you know, usable in a first shot. But, it's not always the best option. Okay, so at this point, we'll just try to find the problem areas and refine a little bit. Let's see what we could do here. Could find more interesting ways, like maybe this K could connect into the R. Possibly. And then that would let us have like a more round O. And then like this R maybe could, no, we need room for this I. So then maybe this music is something else. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Oh, you know what? this G maybe could come down into that negative space from the N. I don't know. We'll see what's happening here, because we may have gotten a little too crazy, but who knows. Sometimes you can dial it back, sometimes you don't. And we don't have to be locked to this exact shape either, because I made it up. This music's not helping, if we're being perfectly honest. Okay, so at this point, I am gonna take what helped me in the shape, and I'm going to throw away what is not helping. So I like this coming down, but I want it to come down more. And I think this could be cool. You could do like a little combo of the M and the A like that. And this G thing ain't nothing but a G thing right here. Get it? That, I think that G combo with the N, I think, is one of those things that's not worth the struggle. I think what might be better is if we like use that little tail thing on the G to kind of curve under the O to like make that kind of fit into a more interesting way. Okay. And now we got to deal with this area over here. Like this R got a little crazy, so I think I might... The problem is it's like very symmetrical with some of it, so it would be weird if part of it's not. So I think what I'm going to do is make a new layer to just make this shape so I can reference it. To just, so I have a visual reference of the symmetrical part. Okay. So now that I see this, it'll help me to make those other letters not lose their symmetry and give us a little bit of a something to work with. Oh, using a vector brush, I don't want to do that. James Dirks, hi from Germany. Hi, thanks for tuning in. That is super cool. I appreciate you being here. No solo problem. You said, is there anything spookier than carnival music? I don't know. Maybe not. It is spooky. It was throwing me off a little bit, I gotta say. Yeah, see, having this shape is giving me what I need to like draw these letters in, but also the flexibility to change them up a little bit. And now here we're not tied to that that shape with the this like R is a little bit weird, but we don't have to do that because we can do whatever we want now. I just keep it in the center, like it didn't need to come up. Okay. Sweet. Maybe to make it cohesive when we do the final, we can actually use this shape to start from. So I'll like make we'll make a shape and draw the letters inside the shape. Nick G, you said you need a Superfly hoodie to keep me warm this winter. The Farmer's Almanac says it's going to be freezing this fall and winter. They're usually right. Interesting. Well, could do another hoodie. I think I'm going to do a long sleeve first. And then, if that goes well, I'll probably do another hoodie. Though, those of you who are in chilly weather, there is still some stock of my last hoodie because I released them like right at the beginning of it not being cold anymore. So, if you are interested in one of my hoodies, they are available in my shop and you can use the promo code. Those hoodies are probably my favorite thing that I have made as a product to this point. I like that it sort of looks like a goblin face or something. That's cool. Okay, let's lower the opacity a little bit. This is like the song has a good drawing vibes for this because it's like pretty chill. It's got a little spookiness to it, but it's not making me distracted. Just it feels like a vibe. Feels like it could be in a horror movie where like a monster killed like half the people, but then they come up like the remaining people come up with a plan and they're like working through it to like defeat the monster or something, and then two of them fall in love at the same time and they're like, killing this monster, planning to kill this monster has made me realize that I love you and we are gonna be together until we die tomorrow morning. That's a horror movie I just wrote while drawing this name, in case you guys were wondering. All right, let's do some preemptive fill to just get a feel how we're doing, and you'll all notice like, oh, okay, well that's reminding me that we came in a little tight on this shape, and we got to be mindful of that as we draw the rest. It got a little tight in there. Dave Clemenz, you said that silhouette was giving Adventure Time ice cream. Oh yeah. I knew it was something that looked familiar. When my kid was first born, he's 4 now. And there was like all those periods where I was just like sitting still with him, because like for a long time he would only sleep if you were holding him. So I would just be so tired, and I would just be like sitting on the couch while he was sleeping. We watched like all of Adventure Time like twice, and I hadn't really, I'd seen it before that, but I hadn't like watched it that closely before. I keep trying to get him to like watch it again. I'm like, oh, we used to watch this when you were little. He just wants to watch the worst garbage on earth, like Paw Patrol, which I don't know. I think I've said this before, but I don't know if I could hate it anymore. And it is wild because like I am the biggest dog fan you'll ever meet, and to make a show with dogs that I hate, you got to be doing some serious stuff. Also, there's like a Spider-Man cartoon for kids, and like I think Spider-Man's awesome. That cartoon makes me want to die. Between the voices and just, whew. All right, we got to do some touch up here because these letters are losing, like this MA combination is losing their individual features that make them readable. So I think what we need to do is just sort of maybe pull this over a bit. Spidey in Amazing Friends is dog water. From No Soul No Problem. I don't know exactly what that means, but yes. The voice of Miles is one of the most irritating sounds I've ever heard. In that cartoon. Nick G said, "You're a doof. I have your last hoodie. It's been a long hot summer." It's true. Celine G said, "OMG, I just updated Fresco on Windows and finally have the symmetry tool now." Wow. I didn't realize it hadn't updated to Windows. I don't know anything. I've never used the Windows version. I don't have any Windows machines. But I do know that things are a little bit slower to make it to the Windows side. Not allowed to say anything, but next month I got a secret about a new feature that is coming to Fresco, and it is one of the craziest things I've ever seen in a long time. It is wild. And I'll be making a video about it and releasing it as soon as it is released. I believe it is October 15th or something like that. Sometime in like mid-October is when I can release it, and it is wild. It is crazy. I don't even understand. Has nothing to do with AI or anything like that, in case anyone was concerned. As far as I know, Fresco is committed to not using AI stuff. Okay. This one took a little bit longer, but I feel like it was worth the struggle. I just want to clean up this outer edge a little bit. Cool. Hope you like it, Rodrigo. Just making sure I didn't spell anything wrong. Okay, cool. Next up is Griel. All right, Griel, what are we gonna do? Let's see. I don't know. Am I just drawing the same thing again? I don't know. I guess when you get spooky vibes, you sort of come to these wiggly letters. I mean, I guess it doesn't need to be, but... Let's leave that there for now. Let's try something else real quick. I don't know if it was like... I don't know why, but I feel like I'm getting these like I don't know what this like weird serif. Maybe it's like Griel is reminding me of Keebler elves, and that's maybe this is sort of elfy vibes. I don't know. I kind of like where it's going though. Let's see what we can do with this. Let's see what areas I don't love yet. So like this E-B situation. Maybe this B. B. This B can be shifted up taller. And like this E can kind of tuck in. Maybe. And this E. Something like that. But then this G needs to come up a little bit higher. Greebles scribble, but they don't fall down. That was a Weeble's Wobble reference. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall. Okay, I'm ready to tighten this up. Nope. It's not there. It is not there yet. It's lacking a little, a certain something. I think it needs like a little, what am I missing? Maybe we need to like just make it into a more interesting shape, like instead of just like the each letter's baseline shifting a little bit, of like the whole thing kind of shifts to like that. Jeffrey Johnson, you said you always love my videos. Thank you. I appreciate that. Tekchuin, you said Griel is your demon cat creature. Oh, interesting. Yeah, this is gonna do it. I can already tell. I know it looks like a sloppy mess to those of you watching, but I can tell that I'm gonna get there. Though it's a little cocky to say at this point because the tricky part was that L and E at the end, but I still think I'm gonna get there. Well, I've never bailed on a name, so obviously I'm gonna get there. But what I'm saying is, I don't think it's gonna be a problem, because this new shape situation, I think, solved the lack of character problem we were having before. I also don't need to like be locked to where it was before. I can pull that part of the L out and it's not going to be a problem. Will says, hi all, I just want to acknowledge my fans. Nice. Speaking of fans, anyone want to smash some thumbs up in this piece? There we go. He's coming in. Smash a thumb. Hey, did he get dropped down too low? What are you doing? Move up. I'm gonna replay him on the right angle. That guy smashed the heck out of the thumbs. Teak Septum, you said you will have to make a new animation now to add the new hype feature. Yes, I heard about this new hype feature. I don't fully understand it yet. I need to watch more videos, but I guess everyone gets a certain amount of hype, which is like a currency, and you can use it to hype a video to help it get more visibility. So listen, if you guys want to hype my videos, I would love it, because it's been a slow summer. I'm trying to not take it as any sort of sign that I'm not doing it right. But I feel like we had a lot of momentum for a while, and then it just kind of slowed a lot. Do you guys hate my videos now? Is that what's happening? Or is it just the summer? You guys are just at the beach all day? I don't know why I'm asking here in this live stream. I feel like the people who tune into this live stream are like the hardcore, the officialist Piascikos, if you will. Okay. I like this Griebelosity, but I think, oh, don't delete it. I meant to duplicate it. I just think it could use, I think I would just want to do like a little 3D action to help with the readability, since, you know, there's a lot of fine lines, and I feel like this will make it, this will help. All right, Griel, keep being a cat. Up next is first name Baby, last name Bahi. I think that's how you say it. It sounds like baby, but I don't know what that means. This is, listen, you did tune into spooky time, so I know you're a baby, but we're still gonna be spooky. That's what's happening. Today's spooky day. I need some water. Yeah, dry throat. Celine G said, already hyped the last Tips for Fresco video. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Techoin said, ah, how glorious. A sigil indeed of the demon known as Griel. I'm glad that he likes it. Okay. All right, baby Bahi. What are you going to do? That's evil. We might have to do a drippy one. Because babies are drippy. Teak Sip Time said drippy ones are awesome. They're very satisfying for me to draw. Lethal Media Productions, you said, stumbled onto your page this week while I was taking a break from editing. Saw your stuff, was looking for inspiration for art, and fell in love with your personality and style. Thank you so much. Just trying to get the like overall shape in a place that I like, and then we will do some clean drippies. Clean but gross drippies. Sorry, baby Bahi. This is a spooky episode, so that's what happens. It's a little too like stagnant in terms of the overall shape, which I don't love. So I want to fix that. Make it smaller so we can... It's always helpful to make things small when you're trying to fix them up, because then you can like focus on more important parts of it. Okay, so maybe if this is... I do think I like this sort of like connection between the J and the I. I mean the J and the Y. Alright, that looks a little less static. I can work with that. Will, you said you were surprised to see 1000 pimping Fresco animation on Adobe's YouTube channel. Yeah, they 1000 been using Fresco for a while. That's actually how I first found... I don't know, how I first connected with him. He had commented on one of my videos, one of my Fresco videos. But anyway, yeah, they did some. He has a new video coming out soon. It's like a full guide to Fresco, and then he has the one on the Adobe page for the motion thing, which I haven't got to see that one yet, but I'm sure it's great. All of his stuff is great. It's nice to see that I'm not the only one anymore. I mean, I know there was others, but I felt like there wasn't a lot of more prominent people that knew about all the stuff that Fresco was doing. Gotta make sure this J still reads like a J. So I think I'm gonna make this the tail a little bit more prominent. Yeah, there we go. Teak69 said, do you accept a vector in Stinktober? There's no rules. Of course. What do you mean? Of course it's gonna be vector. It could be made out of clay. It could be sculpted out of alien brains. I don't care. There's no wrong way to make something. Well, I mean there is a wrong way to make something, but that not I don't even know what I'm trying to say here. That is not a wrong way. I am planning on doing some sort of contest again. I just haven't figured that out yet, but I will announce that when I make my official Stinktober video, which will likely come out the Tuesday before October. But I did post the list early on Patreon and on Instagram, so you can find it over there. All right, baby Bahi. Hope you like it. Oh, we got a spot that we missed. This is the dot on the eye. Yeah. Maybe need to close that off. Okay. Next up is Awek Alexi. Is that like Alexi? But Alexi? Will, you said that I am the perfect brand ambassador for Adobe Fresco. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right, Alexi. What are we gonna do for you? Is it really? Is it Alexi? And you're just forcing me to say it like a baby, like I'm baby Bahi. You're like, say my name like you're baby Bahi, and I'm like, okay, Alexi. Or am I just being rude? 2 eyes in a row is a tricky situation. Don't like eyes necessarily. They're either just like a line. I don't love that kind of uppercase eye. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm just sort of playing, seeing if it gets me somewhere. It's weird that I'm doing this completely backwards, but that's what happened. I mean, this is not the worst, but it's not spooky. A little bland. Let's just, you know, move that aside and try something new. Teeks tip time. You said drippy is sick, and you spelled it like my last name, and I don't know if that was sweet, like a cool little inside joke, or is a typo. All right. I do like that we've got some like sharp letters, like the A and the W. I just gotta see if they like carry over, because like this kind of like, I don't know, feels sort of witchy. Aww. I do like that Alexi, if it's the baby voice thing, has like an aw in there, because it's like, oh, the baby can't say Alexi. I'm really leaning into this. I think things are happening here. Is it going to hold up until the end? That's the real question. Are we going to make it? Are we going to get there? Yes. Okay. Now, I like this, but it feels symmetrical, so I want to make sure that it's close to symmetrical, because I feel like that'll make it cool. So I'm going to make a guide shape. Let's just make sure yeah, okay. I'm going to make a guide shape on a layer below using symmetry. Might do this one in vector so we can get some extra sharp points. I'm going to use I want to keep it like spooky style, so I'm going to use my gritty vector. I'm going to use the VV Sharpie. So then this way I can do some like really sharp points, and then use the vector trimming to chop them up. We got the sharpest points in the world. Let's just fill this in to see how this is looking in terms of thickness. I think that's good. Takes tip time. You said you could make the eyes a literal eyes. That could have been cool. Though I do feel okay about this spooky, well, I don't know, almost sort of like witchy. I don't know why it feels witchy to me. Kind of does. Though I'm changing it a little bit on the side, and the smart thing to do at this point would be to sketch in those other letters to make sure that I'm not gonna have a problem. Okay, let's before we run into problems, let's just come back over here and okay, that's better. Try not to be like completely tied to this shape, so I'm breaking it a bit in places. I want it to have a little bit more energy that it'll lose if it's like too tied to this shape. I just want it to have the visual symmetry balance, just like slightly, or more than slightly, but you know, not just like to a fault. Dave Clemenz, you said it's giving steam from a witch's brew. Yeah, maybe that's it. Steam, I like that. I knew that was going to happen because I didn't fully cross over that line. Oh, there. Just want to slightly shift these two over a tiny bit. All right, Alexi, I hope you like it. And unfortunately, that is time for me. I gotta go lay down because I don't feel good. New video on Tuesday. Live streams every Friday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Thank you all for tuning in. If you would like the name that I drew for you, reach out on the contact form via my website. Bonus content on Patreon, join Patreon. There's a lot of fun to be had over there. And, okay. All right, bye. Thank you.